family. Thanks for showing me so much love on my last review. Totally appreciate it. A sister got back in the game a little late, but y'all waited on me and y'all are showing me so much love and I totally appreciate it. Let's talk about this episode. I enjoyed it. Guys, I'm enjoying Hannah B's season. And I'm so glad that I was wrong because I just felt like the guys were going to be so bland and she was going to be so bland and so like fake cutesy. And she's kind of doing that a bit where I'm just like, Hannah, come on. You're not this. Oh my gosh. What is this? Jesus, my penis. Like, stop it. You know, they're trying to give us a female version of Colton and I'm hoping that she breaks out of that soon enough. But so far, so good. Guys, why did you all not tell me that we had Drag Race and America's Next Top Model royalty on this show? When I saw Miss J and I saw Alyssa Edwards and I saw Alaska, I was like, oh, nobody said anything. You guys saw it like 2 days before I did and nobody said anything. Thanks a lot, guys. But I forgive you guys. Let's get into it. So we open up this episode with Miss J, who was like catwalk royalty. Not just America's Next Top Model royalty. Like if you have a model that you want to teach them how to walk, hire Miss J. You know what? Bella Hadid and Gigi, have y'all hired Miss J? Y'all need to. Or are y'all just baking off of your like celebrity? You're just like, you know what? We're rich and white. We don't really need him because those walks, woo child, the ghetto. Anyway, so it's Miss J, Alyssa Edwards, and Alaska, and they are judging this male pageant because, you know, Hannah is a pageant queen. So she's turning, you know, the tables on the guys and having them do a pageant. I know I love all of them, so I was just like hella excited. And then like my excitement turned to curiosity because as soon as I saw all of them, I was just like, what in the hell is Juice Jesus gonna think about all these drag queens, these men dressed in women's garments? What is he gonna think? And apparently the cameraman had the same idea because as soon as I started thinking that, we got a shot of Luke who was like doing this nervous yet scared kind of fake like smile and excitement and laughter. You know, it's just like, what the hell do I ever got myself into? I will say this though, he gave that initial reaction, but he got it back. You know what I mean? He got his head back in the game. He wasn't like making these comments about the drag queens. He wasn't, you know, being offensive, which honestly, my bad, I expected. Just because of his home video, his introduction video to the Bachelor Nation audience, he led with that, right? So I'm thinking that everything he does is judged by that. And so I was expecting a much different reaction. But later in the episode, there were a few guys who were talking about Juice Jesus and they were just like, he's cracking. He is cracking. So maybe he's putting on this facade and all of these things happening are going to start breaking that down. I don't know, but I will say this. I was so glad that I was wrong about him in that moment. You know what I mean? Because I was just like, how is he going to react? What is his confessional going to say? And he just went with the flow. And I was actually proud. I was just like, oh, come on, Luke, stay here, stay here. Although I think he's going to be the one that pisses Hannah off in the end. So far, so good, dude. I'm okay with it. And you know what? In saying that, I just realized the bar is in hell. Because I'm so happy that he wasn't offensive to drag queens. Oh, wow. Even I gotta catch myself. You know what I mean? Now let's get into the Mr. Right pageant. So I will say this. Were the men tucking? Because, you know, I was expecting some bulge. And I was like, you know, I was expecting to get my eye poked out. And I'm like squinting the whole time, getting up close on the TV. Like, what happened? Especially Mike. I was like, oh, I expected it. He a good 6'5", so I was expecting for both of my eyes to get popped out. And I was looking and I was like, oh, okay. You know who surprised me in this Mr. Right pageant? Jonathan. He just jumped out with personality, smacking his behind, having a really good time. The queens really, really loved it. And they really loved Mike. When Mike walked out, Alyssa Edwards was like, ah! I did the same damn thing too. Mike was nice, but I was still like, you know what? Let me stop playing. Real talk. Probably all of the men except for John Paul Jones is a grower. It's okay. It's okay. It's nothing wrong with being a grower, but John Paul Jones, I was like, oh, I wasn't ready. Now let's talk about Jed. Girl! Girl! I was like, wait a minute. Who knew he was hiding all that behind them t-shirts and Wrangler jeans and them cowboy boots? Girl, I was like, wait a minute. Jed, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. The legs was nice. Everything. How tall is he? Child, my accent came out with that one, okay? You could tell what I like. But I was like, what? I just wasn't ready. I was not ready for Jed. Listen, the judges went crazy. Hannah couldn't get herself together. She was like, damn. I said, me too, girl. Damn. Who knew? Who knew that about Jed? Because I will say this, on his Instagram, it's very singing and guitar heavy. You don't really see his body, brother. Listen, this is America. We got God on the money, but we like sex and violence. Get a little shirtless. It's terrible, but it's the truth. You know, start getting a little shirtless on that Instagram. The followers gonna go up. And by going up, it's probably gonna be me. Okay, yes. Subscribe. Follow. But yeah, I wasn't ready. I was like, okay. And then Juice Jesus, I kind of expected it. You know what I mean? He nice. You know, he thick with it too. But Jed, I think Jed had the thickness, the tightness, like the rock hardness, and then the height. I told you, I'm a height hoe. That's how Colton got me for that whole season. If Colton was 5'7", no shade, I wouldn't have tuned in. But 6'5", I said, you know what, let me see what this is about. I knew I was going to be disappointed, but I got to look at a 6'5" man for like, 11 weeks? Sold. So let's talk about the talent. Okay, after I didn't calm down from that catwalk. Oh gosh, it is high time for me to get a man. But I need to stay focused. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta be ready. It's a lot of stuff happening with my career, but child, that catwalk, I was like, I am way too thirsty. Oh, mama in a drought. Who gonna quench my thirst? Let me stop. What's up, Jed? Okay. So let's get into the talent part. John Paul Jones almost killed himself, but you know, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. Jed, fine, right? Even with the Megamind, fine. But baby, something is up with this singing. I really feel like he gives me white scissor. You know what I mean? Like it says, oh my God, that nasally thing that they're all doing. And my sister is a producer. She's also a really talented singer. Please check out her video. She just released her new music video called Press Play. I'm going to put the link in my bio. Check it out, you know, support the family. Anyway, she was talking about how a lot of these singers are coming out with this like new way of singing that's been really, really popular. SZA was one of them, but it messes up your vocal cords because they are forcing their cords to sing a certain way that is just not natural to the body. So it's this, you know what I'm talking about. They all do it, right? Billie Eilish is another girl that does it. And I'm like, sis, you are young. Don't mess up your cords now. But Jed sings like that. And it's just so unexpected with how he looks. I'm thinking, like, when he opens his mouth, he got the cowboy boots, he got the guitar, he got the body. I'm thinking I'm about to get, like, you know, 2019 Billy Ray Cyrus, and I get, like, Justin Timberlake when he was 12 with a cold. Like, it's just, something is up. It's very nasally. I wish he would just stop that shtick with his voice and just drop down into how he speaks. And just, you know, sing from there. He seems like a nice little alto. Sing from there. You expect such a full-bodied voice from this grown man because he's trying to hit these notes and he's trying to do this falsetto that's not working, but he has like the rhythm, the vocal rhythm in a lower register of his voice. The registry is a registry, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. When he go lower, he got that rhythm and he has that smoothness, but then he hops back up into this nasal thing that just does not work for him. The song was sweet. The song was catchy. It was off key and all over the place, Jed. How hasn't nobody told you that? Is he signed? Maybe they auto-tune him, baby. Get with Betty Wright. She will do you right. You got a voice there, but what you're doing with it? No, ma'am. Oh gosh. So, Juice Jesus is already falling in love with Hannah. Red flag. Red flag. Are you kidding me? Y'all had minimal time together. You mean to tell me you was watching this girl on Colton's show or Colton's season and you were falling in love with her then, and then when you saw her, you fell more in love with her? And and you know what? What bothered me is that poor Hannah was falling for it. She was sitting there like, and the drag queens were like, Alyssa Evan was just like, honey, because they were just like, this is way too soon, but she was falling for it. And I was just like, you know what? 23, small town 23. A New York girl wouldn't have fell for that. But you know, small town 23, I get it. Even Sheltered Church 23, I get it. But I'm like, girl, whoo, wake up. This is a huge red flag. You just met this dude. Because that's what I'm telling you guys. When you are young and in church, they get you married off real young right away by anybody that you got a little crush on. You're just like, oh my goodness, this is the one. You are crushing on him because the Lord Jesus Christ has picked him as your partner. No, maybe because we're of the same age and we're going through changes and our bodies are making us like each other because we're horny, not because we're compatible. And Luke P wins the pageant. I don't think this was Hannah's pick. I don't. You know, although she's giving the, oh my goodness, I feel like I really like him. I think the producers did that because I'm telling you guys, they're setting up a story for us. Luke is a misdirect. They're leading with Hannah's religion. They're leading with Luke's religion. They're focusing a lot on him and how he's progressing through this competition. It's a misdirect for the guy that she's actually going to pick. And we're going to talk about that in the end. Can we talk about how the second part of this date was their little one-on-ones and... Luke meets with Hannah or whatever, and then he goes down to sit and talk to the other guys. He's like, hey guys, what's going on? Mike, who I just did not expect it. He looked at him and he was just like, you're a snake. I paused my TV and I went back and I was just like, he didn't call him a snake. No, maybe he called him a steak, or you know what I mean? Like, what happened here? He did not say that. Rewound the TV, watched it again. He pointed at him and called him a snake and then went back to his drink. I was not ready for all that honesty. And when Mike said that, all the guys were like, yeah, you know. So they all started talking about like, dude, you are playing the game. There is no way you really love this girl. You just met her. We're all trying to seriously date her and you're clouding up her mind with lies because there's no way he said you've had about 2 hours of time really when you think about it. And it does make sense. And that's even still a lot within, you know, like this whole competition, right? A max of about 2 hours of time with her. Since we've been here this whole week and you're falling in love with her, stop the lies, stop messing up the game for everybody else because she has you in her mind because you done threw that love out there. So she's considering you and not really opening up herself to meet with everybody else because we're growing at a normal and healthy rate with her. Although Juice Jesus and Hannah had a really little steamy, you know, mini one-on-one, Jed ends up getting the date rose because they just had a better connection. Did y'all see Juice Jesus? I'm telling y'all guys, he is a misdirect. Did you watch his eyes when she got that rose and gave it to Jed? The wheels are turning. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is about to happen. Y'all about to see it. He's playing this game now. He's even shocking me, but I'm telling y'all, he gonna switch up real quick. The mask is going to fall off and we gonna get some good TV. Hannah goes on her first one-on-one date with Tyler, who gave me ID channel in the beginning. Even his pictures. He takes pictures really, creepily. His pictures don't look like the guy that you actually get. Like when I look at him, I don't think I'm going to get like this high-pitched voice from this dude. Like in pictures, ID channel, right? When he's deadpan, definite ID channel or Oxygen Network. But when he's like talking and having fun and like laughing with Hannah, he gives me Prince Eric, and I really like their energy. I really like their connection. He's an East Coast dude, but I didn't really think that bothered Hannah too much because he was a really, you know, open to her customs in Alabama. Can we talk about this mutter thing? Is that something y'all really do? ATV and whatever that is? And mud, we do that in Philly. It's illegal, but we still do it. That's why Meek is still on probation to keep on getting locked up. Like, it's a black Philly culture thing to ride on ATVs in the summer. Like, when you hear an ATV out on the street, you know it's the summertime. You know what I mean? It's in Philly. So we do that, but we do it on, like, roads, you know what I mean? Like, on streets and sidewalks, which is why it's a problem. Gentrifiers hate it. Get used to it. Anyway, is that a real thing that y'all ride ATVs and dirt bikes in the mud just to do it for fun? it just, not judging. As for me at my house, it just seems very unsanitary. And who in the hell? This is why I'm just like, guys, the costume department needs me. Why in the hell y'all got this girl on all white? And y'all put her on an ATV in the mud. She was sitting there on our date with Tyler, wrapped up on this little boho chic couch, wrapped up in this throw, covered in mud, trying to talk about the date with Tyler. And I'm just like, you guys look filthy. Nobody's itching. Get on me like that. Hot dirt is just sitting on your neck. Y'all don't want to wash that off, because I know they had to sit there for a good while the camera got certain angles, while they mic'd them, while they reshot scenes. That is a really long time. Oh, I'm itching right now. Woo! That is a really long time to be sitting there with dirt on your neck and on your face. That did not seem sanitary. It did not make sense. But I guess they were trying to say, oh, look, the pageant queen, who's an Alabama girl, is riding on an ATV in mud, because that's what they do down there. Whoo, guys. Yeah, it wasn't for me, but I like this date though, for them, for how they were able to, get intimate together, like intimate mind and body. They had the little connection, they had the little kiss, but they were really connecting on a different level. And I really liked it. And can we talk about, now we're talking about the kind of dates I like. A rooftop date on top of Hotel Roosevelt. Stunning. Gorgeous. If my man is watching this, I want that. My future man. I would love something like, those are the kind of dates that I do. It was so beautiful. We got to learn more about Tyler, and I'm sitting here watching it and I'm just like, I really like him for her. I would have never picked him out of this group. He was so quiet and so reserved, but they had a really good date. And just the way she looked at him, she said that he was really hot. I was like, girl, I'm starting to see it too. He's the kind of guy who is cute, right? But his personality just makes him gorgeous. He became so beautiful to me by the time we got to the Hotel Roosevelt. Such a gorgeous man. I really like him for her. And when I was listening to him and I was just watching this date, I was just like, this is it. This is it. I could be wrong. I might change my mind after another one-on-one. But I'm like, one thing I know I'm right about is that Luke, Juice Jesus, is the misdirect. Setting up this Christian, Southern, suburban love story with these two, right? We see Hannah beaming about Luke. We see them getting really intimate. We see him taking leaps, right? But he's a misdirect, because at the end, or close to the end, Luke is going to take off the mask and we're going to see who he is. Hannah's going to see who he is. She's going to have this thing where she's heartbroken, but her heart is really going to go to who? Prince Eric, Tyler. Because just watching them on this date, I was just like, this is the ending this show is set up for. Because guys, look at it. Every advertisement is talking about Hannah is like this Disney princess looking for her prince. She's going to have this fairy tale, but it's going to be her way. She's always in this like ball gown, walking through this enchanted forest, and all of the advertisements and all of the commercials. They're not setting it up for Jesus Christ Southern Alabama love story. They're setting it up for a Disney princess fairy tale ending. And we got our Prince Eric. I'm telling y'all, that's what I'm feeling. At least from right now. I don't know how the other dates are going to work out. I might change my mind when we get a one-on-one with Pilot Peter, but I feel like Prince Eric is it right now. He's in the front for me. Tyler, I wasn't even checking for you, but you're my front runner right now. I'm going to wait for the date with Pilot Peter. I don't think that Mike is going to make it to the end. I think that he's going to be our first Black Bachelor. We've talked about that in the comment section, but I think that this is Tyler's to win. He is the prince. He is the prince that this show set us up for. Juice Jesus is the misdirect. Watch my words. The next date is a rollerblading date. Nothing really happened here. The only thing that happened that shocked me and kind of bothered me is that not only did Dustin, Milli Vanilli, get the date rose, he also got a kiss with Hannah and she still kept him. I was just like, what is the chemistry here? I don't see it. Like, even in their kiss, there were no sparks, no nothing. He got the date rose out of all people? I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but I did feel something for biracial O'Connor. I was just like, baby, you got to get in there. You're fading. And he faded to the exit door. Poor baby. Send him to paradise. He gonna get dark in paradise, y'all. And he gonna look sickening. Watch. So now, let's talk about ABC, Always Be Cam and Kevin. So Cam, who is a producer plant, guys, check his Instagram, he's an actor. And like trying to be like some comic, you know, improv actor or whatever. So anyway, he's sitting there getting all of this camera time and he's just like, everybody else is getting these dates. I haven't been on anything with Hannah. I'm going to crash the second date because I feel like I want to get some time with her, right? So he crashes their date. Devin is sitting there having a moment with Hannah. He comes in, ABC, Always Be Cam, comes in, interrupts the date. Devin, like a dummy, lets him. I would have been like, no, let me finish up and then you can hop in here with Hannah. Hannah was shocked. She didn't know that he was going to do this. Production knew, but she didn't know. This was a real moment. She was just like, okay, she didn't know how to respond to that, right? So he sits down with her and they have a really quick moment. Then he goes outside and does his confessional. While he's doing his confessional, fine football Tyler, Paul Newman, that's what I'm gonna call him from now on. We got Wall Street Bay Connor, we got Paul Newman 2.0 Tyler, we got Prince Eric, we got ABC, Always Be Cam, we got Millie Vanilli, Dustin. Some other names will come to me as this show goes on, but he gives me Paul Newman 2.0. This is the thing, right? That dude is fine. That dude is fine, but I'm like, Hannah, you haven't been around the bend long enough to know. This dude he got like an essence about him. Maybe it's a football thing. Football players, especially like football white guys, I'm telling you, it's them black dudes in a huddle with them that give them a piece of themselves that is very attractive, right? So how he walks, he has it, right? He has that whole essence on him. And Hannah's getting caught up in it. And I'm good and grown and I'm getting caught up in it, okay? So anyway, he comes out and he talks to Cam. But let's talk about how shady the producers are. They watch this man walk up on ABC, Always Be Cam, and did not say a damn thing. And the way he was talking to him, I was just like, even in this little machismo moment, hot. I said, damn you, Paul Newman 2.0, damn you. So he's talking to Cam and he's like, this isn't fair what you're doing. And Cam's just like, you know what, well, you know, this is a competition. Thank you, Cam. Tell the truth and shame the devil. He said, I'm doing what I came to do. I want her. I'm going after her, right? So then he goes back to doing his confessional. So at this point, because I guess that moment was so funny, I feel like then production probably sent the PA in there to keep on telling all the other guys to start coming out. So all the other guys start coming out and they're all confronting Cam or whatever. Garrett comes out and confronts Cam. And then Kevin, who I feel like we're going to have this beef now between Cam and Kevin, because Kevin is really, you know, stressed out about it because he feels like Cam is taking time away from him meeting Hannah and the rest of the guys sitting down and really having a connection with Hannah. But while he's saying all of this to Cam about how he's taking time away, I'm sitting here and I'm watching it and I'm just like, all of you guys are taking time that you could be sitting down meeting with Hannah to come outside and confront Cam. You could have said no like the other guys, but you decided to come out here and confront Cam because of the camera. You could have just sat down and been like, whoever wants to go can go. I want to sit here and I want to actually be and talk to Hannah. They could have did that as well, but they chose to go out there and confront Cam. Nobody's taking time away from you meeting Hannah. If you watch Juice Jesus, he takes every moment and they let him because it's good TV. Take your moments. Why are you sitting back and waiting for this girl to come to you? Which is why I said it with Kevin. He gives me the kind of dude that doesn't pursue. He gets pursued. So he's having a really difficult time trying to make space with Hannah because he's not used to that. So he's making excuses, doing whatever, but not really going after the girl because I don't think he's the type of guy that actually does it. I think he just sits in a corner with those piercing eyes and looks at a girl and the girl is just like, oh, what's happening to my ovaries? Hi, my name is Natalie. How can I help you? You know what I mean? So I think that happens with him. I don't think that he's used to doing this. So instead, he's focusing on some guy who he thinks is making problems with him when it's really you, Kevin. You're not putting in the work. So now at this point, Cam is just like, I'm going to troll Kevin the entire time he's on this show. So during the cocktail reception, all the guys are stealing Hannah away. Kevin steals Hannah away for like 5 seconds. Cam comes in, right? I feel like he watched him. Him and the producers cooked this up because he could easily get under Kevin's skin. So they're probably like, go after this dude because you probably get on the other guy's nerves, but this one gives us a visceral reaction. So let's stay here. Let's mess with him a bit, right? So while Hannah is on her little mini one-on-one date meeting time at the cocktail reception with Kevin, Cam comes out and pulls such a boss move I could not hate. He takes Hannah, he's just like, can I just take you away for a second? He's like, you know what? I have something set up for all three of us. Kevin walks over with Hannah. So now Kevin, Hannah, and Cam are on a date. So Cam has essentially took Kevin and Hannah out on the date. He has like this chicken nugget date set up, and Kevin is looking like such a fool. He realizes like halfway through this date that he's on with Cam that the dude is playing him. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be Kevin and Cam on that 2-on-1 date, and one of them gets eliminated. It's probably going to be Cam or both of them. You know what I mean? But this is the season we're going to get up. This is Kenny and Lee 2.0, right? So while Cam is talking to Hannah and, you know, serving her chicken nuggets or whatever, Kevin is sitting there like a dummy with this chicken nugget. He finally decides to get up. After sitting there looking like a dummy, he goes and tells the other dudes about how horrible he is. I will say this about Kevin. He elaborates a lot of what Cam does, because even on the date that Cam crashed, the group date that he wasn't invited to, that he crashed, Kevin came back and said that Cam was like doing all of this stuff to the other guys. That's what really set him off. But I'm just like, that never happened. So he made up this whole lie in short. And I'm like, dude, Cam didn't say that. So he heated the guys up already against Cam by elaborating and adding a little spice onto what Cam actually said. Like, he didn't say he doesn't care about you guys and all of this stuff. Like, Kevin he was really reaching with that explanation. And he did the same thing again. He goes in there and he starts talking to the guys about Cam and everything that Cam is doing. And I'm like, dude, you are lying. Like, just tell what he did. It's gross enough. He gets on enough of the dude's nerves that they'll believe you. But why are you adding to this story that doesn't really need anything to be added to? Because Cam is just being awful. You know what I mean? Like, he's trolling you at this point, and you're taking the bait. Then we have this scene where Kevin wants to get back at Cam. He has like this whole setup and he has props, right? So he's over here talking to Cam because he's essentially humiliated because Cam had him on camera holding a chicken nugget looking stuck on stupid. So he feels some sort of way about that. His ego has been bruised. So he sets up this whole thing where he has like this monologue where he talk about Cam is like, you know, making a fool of himself, and then he throws chicken nuggets. It's so anticlimactic, so corny. You just look even dumber. Like, it just looks like this dude, ABC Cam, is getting under your skin. So he's doing what he came to do. He is trolling you, dude, and you don't have a clue of what's happening. You're being played on national TV. He took you out on a date. Okay, he made you look like a fool in front of Hannah, and now he's making you look like a fool in front of all the dudes. Because when you threw the chicken nuggets, the guys were like what? Hannah, sis, do not stare into Paul Newman 2.0's eyes. Don't stare. That is his thing, and it's working on you, girl. She even said it. She was just like, oh my goodness, I can't stare at your eyes, because he's just like, what? Because I don't let up. I was like, girl, no, don't do it, Hannah. Don't do it. You are in trouble. And also, let's talk about how Jed was pissed when he ran into Hannah and Juice Jesus getting all, you know, sensual and, you know, just doing all kinds of sin stuff. Okay. So Jed walks in on them. Like, first of all, Hannah is in this bodycon dress with no panties, got the thighs out, you know, them little openers all the way up on the dress. So the dudes know she ain't wearing no panties. Her and Luke is just, you know, filling each other up and having a moment. Jed walks in and he is not happy about it. He tries to play it off later because Hannah was really embarrassed. So I think he wanted to make her feel better, but he was not happy about that at all. To the point where I was just like, oh, you catching feelings too? This quick? Still don't believe that Juice Jesus has fallen in love with Hannah, but Jed, I don't think he's falling in love, but I think he's catching feelings. Uh-oh, Hannah. Uh-oh. Listen, Jed walked in on Hannah getting caught up in the flesh and almost lost it. He almost beat the brakes off of Juice Jesus. I was like, oh, what is happening? It was kind of hot. Now, let's talk about the rose ceremony. Hannah cuts biracial Connor. Y'all know I was rooting for him, but he's cut. He was in my top. No, he was my wild card. He's not my wild card anymore. I was going to replace him with Tyler, but I think I'm going to replace one of my tops with Tyler. I don't know who yet. because it would have been Jed, but Jed is coming in really, really strong. I don't know who, but I'm definitely going to rearrange my tops. I definitely am. I think I'm going to, like week 3, I think I'm going to make some changes. Because a lot of guys are showing up that I didn't think would. Hannah also ends up cutting Devon, low cut Caesar with the deep wave afro. She ends up cutting him, but he's going to go to Paradise and he's going to kill it. She also cut the dude that said that he was 23 when really he was a good 43. Lying. Ain't no way that man is 23. Ain't no way. After the rose ceremony, Juice Jesus finds Hannah, and once again, they engage in all kinds of sin. I'm going to call it out every time. The hypocrisy. That's what I'm doing. The hypocrisy. Not judging. Calling out the hypocrisy. Anyway, that's where the episode ends. I enjoyed it. I'm going to really enjoy this season. I cannot believe it. I'm going to try to get these up to you guys earlier and earlier, but guys, child, even right now, this video would have been a lot longer, but I got 2 auditions that I got to work on that's happening right now. I got one I got to go to right now and another one tomorrow. So I just had to give you guys what I could give you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you do, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next week for the following episode of The Bachelorette. Love you guys. See you soon.